The Gaping Dragon marks the fifth entry in the series regarding the bosses of Dark Souls 1. In some ways, the area itself feels more remembered compared to the Gaping Dragon itself, just due to the depths being a convoluted layout filled with chaos and all sorts of different types that reside within it. Now, as a boss, the Gaping Dragon itself is a distant descendant of the primordial dragons from the Age of Ancients, long before humanity's existence and the Age of Fire. Part of its importance can be seen due to a Chandler being present at the overview of the boss arena, who's affiliated with a major character within the history and lore, who even conspired the events of Dark Souls. Another major piece of importance, however, regardless of the piece of insight regarding that, is the fact that it survived the onslaught of its kind while managing to find its own ways of survival and solitude in the aftermath of the war that was waged during the Age of Ancients by Lord Gwyn. Because of this volition of survival, it evolved into a horrifying manner that was influenced by emotions and corruption during the Age of Fire, all for a means of survival. You can see this in the Gaping Dragon's design, as it is abhorrent and composed of body horror elements due to the extreme limb conditions simply for survival, and its most notable feature being its giant chest cavity that's composed of many teeth forming inside of it due to the famine and corruption it had gone under, adapting itself to live off the sewage from the depths. The introduction cutscene also inverts expectations, as the illusion of what we have inferred about the ancient dragons up to that point is broken entirely. Once renowned for being majestic, powerful creatures, considered to have no weakness before its revelation was sold out by their own kind. The Gaping Dragon, which was a husk of what it once was left to rot away and forgotten, sustaining its decay as a scavenger. When it comes to the fight itself, the size can feel easily intimidating. Keep in mind, it is a distant descendant of a powerful ancient being, as well as still being a dragon regardless of the way it looks. Surprisingly, it's well composed and has very proficient fighting capabilities for what it is, and actually has a variety of a movable given that there's 10 different limbs on its body. So, the fact that it's able to use these limbs is also impressive. The Gaping Dragon is a heavy hitter, and it has many limbs in order to back that up. It also is capable of spitting sewage out, controlling the arena itself, which is why it's so big, and you're having to be cautious about how you move about it. Other than that, it is capable of flight to some degree, even though its wings barely are able to keep it aflight at all. On my personal tier list, the Gaping Dragon gets a name its placement. From the idea of seeing a majestic apex of a creature become a bottom-feeding scavenger relying on the excrement of the depths, that averts everything you knew about dragons up until that point. Also, being complementary of the lore and narrative within the arena is another emphasis on what makes the fight very memorable. Another additional aspect that I liked and even questioned when it came to the boss of the Gaping Dragon was if it was the right thing to even put it out of its misery, given the ordeal that it put itself through. This boss also served as a catalyst for the themes of Dark Souls regarding the whole idea of necessary evil. If you enjoyed the video or gotten this far, be sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this.